Welcome everybody and welcome. Hi. First off, I just want to say that thank you so much to Flame on the Sun for letting me read this. You are amazing and you are actually a really good writer. So please go support them and read their other stuff if you guys end up wanting to. Anyway, as you guys could see from the title, this is a CLOP fic. Yes, that's right, it is a CLOP fic. So if you guys don't like this kind of stuff, please, there's other stuff out there that you guys could definitely check out. I have other fan fictions. They're not the greatest, but there's something. If you guys want to continue watching, reading this, or if you guys can read this, or you guys can hear me read this, but this is a sex, equestrian girls, slice of life, main six, and Sunset Shimmer. The story mainly focuses on Sunset Shimmer as she goes through. Let me just read the description for you guys. Sunset Shimmer has been a part of the human world for many years, and she has grown used to it, but time without a stallion mate has taken its toll on her. Now Sunset is in a desperate state of heat when Applejack invites everyone out to her grandmother's ranch to go horseback riding for the weekend. Sunset gets the opportunity she has been looking for. Now, some people may see this and they'll be like, oh god, why are you reading this? But I don't actually really care if they do say any of that stuff. I enjoy reading this stuff. I love listening to this stuff, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm doing this. If you guys enjoy it with me, then you enjoy it with me. If you don't, please, you don't have to stick around. This is what I like, and this is what I like, so please, whatever. Anyway, so the description for this story is Sunset may have lost her hooves and horn, but it doesn't mean she lost her mating desires when she's in heat. Now this is an interesting concept because Sunset is a pony by heart. So does she still find that sexual attraction to stallions? I don't know. She probably does, according to this. Okay, so let's begin. It's chapter 1, The Heat Wave. Arthur's warning. This story contains bestiality, so get out while you still can. Sorry if my chair ends up creaking. I need to get some oils. Okay, so part 1, school's out. The bells sounded loudly, singing the end of school day and the school week. It was Friday. Students cheered as they quickly gathered their books in their bags. They charged the door, nearly plowing through the teacher, who had just nearly missed the stampede to open the door for them. Sunset Shimmered sighed contentedly as she dropped the last of her books into her backpack. It was a satisfying feeling, ending the week on such a high note. And a high note it was. Are you ready, Sugar Cube? A familiar voice asked her. Sunset looked over her shoulder to find Applejack and Rainbow Dash standing behind her. A large grin took its place among her lips as she hoisted her backpack onto her shoulders. You know I am. Oh, sorry, it's been a while. Sunset replied with a light chuckle. I've been looking forward to this for weeks. Giving a farewell wave to her teacher, the three friends began making their way out of the classroom and into the bustling corridor. I'm in mine with you, Shimmer. I'm in mine with you, Shimmer, said Applejack. It's been a mighty long while since I've been back to Sweet Apple Acres. Yeah, Rainbow Dash agreed. It will be nice. Oh. Okay. It would be nice to get away from it all for a little while. I can't wait to saddle up on one of those stallions and ride across the southern fields, just like we used to, AJ. Okay, so one thing that I've noticed that when I heard male readers reading fan fictions, it usually sounds like that. It's usually kind of like a raspy voice because she is a tomboy, and she doesn't really have that femininity. Not the thing from Finding Nemo, but fine. But it just, since she's a tomboy, she is a tomboy. She ends up giving off that kind of vibe. But I don't know. I digress. Okay, so Applejack chuckled. Applejack chuckled in her reply. She recalled the happy memories. The three friends exited the building and stepped into the cool fall air. Confused, Sunset turned her head to face Applejack. Wait, you girls ride horses, like on their backs? She asked, completely shocked. Well, what else are we supposed to ride them? Applejack replied. Rainbow Dash turned to Applejack and nudged her arm to get her attention. Hey, Applejack! She's a pony! You know, from Equestria? Applejack's cheeked, flushed bright red. I guess that's supposed to be cheeks, but oh well. Applejack's cheeks flushed bright red, and her face burned with embarrassment and shame. Oh, Sugar Cube, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend you none. There will be plenty more to do at the farm besides riding. Sunset quickly shook her head. Oh, it's not that. Applejack, I've known about taming a horse in this world. I have seen quite a few Western movies. I just didn't know that you could ride a horse. Shoot, Sunset. It's been riding them majestic creatures since I was a little lady. The bond of a rider shares with her horse is a special one. The trio came to a halt as they reached the bus stop. All the while they waited for their friends' imagined flushed images. Oh god, I just completely messed up that. Let me do it again. The trio came to a halt as they reached the bus stop. All the while they waited for their friends' images flushed through Sunset's mind. She could see her friends riding that kind of animal she used to be. Her chest felt heavy. Do you think we could get Twilight to read one? Seriously. Do you think we can get Twilight to ride one? Rainbow Dash asked. It was an honest question, but Sunset decided I just read this. It was an honest question, but Sunset detected sarcasm in her voice, as if summoned by the call of her voice. Twilight responded. Do you think you can get Twilight to do what? Twilight asked as she approached the bus stop. Fluttershy and Rarity was right behind her. All three girls had their duffel bags handed from their shoulders. What? Whatever. AJ's farmhouse. AJ's farm horses. Rainbow Dash explained to her. We were just considering getting you to ride one. Twilight shook her head and held her hand up in a stop motion. I don't think so. Those animals are dangerous. Oh god, this is statistically, I think, yeah, I've always had problems with this word. Statistically, they cause more animal deaths than sharks. I don't want to be another number in that statistic. Twilight said flatterly. Actually, I think the amount of shark deaths is about like 3 a year. It's something that doesn't really happen that much, but it is somewhat dangerous because it's only like 3 or 6 deaths that I believe. Don't quote me on that because I honestly do not know, but I've seen somewhere that it's about like 3 or 6 deaths. So usually everything usually kills you more than sharks, though. Oh god, what? Okay. Rainbow shrugged as she shifted her duffel bag. The bus approached, and everyone. Yeah, this is gonna be a long night. Rainbow shrugged. Okay, so Rainbow shrugged as she shifts. Jesus. Rainbow shrugged as she shoved her duffel bag. The bus approached and everyone readily their things. Readily their things. Read did. Ready did. I didn't. Yeah, read it. Mind me, I just haven't been reading. Rainbow shrugged as she shoveled her duffel bag. The bus approached and everyone readied their things. Sunset took a quick look around as she noticed they were short one member. Wait, where is Pinkie Pie? She asked. Is she not coming? She'll be at the farm tomorrow morning, Applejack explained to her. I think she had something to, I think she said something about helping the cakes with a massive order. Sunset nodded respectfully. Pinkie Pie was such a hard worker. After school, she would take off, leaving a trail of dust leading to the bakery. Sunset watched as her friends began to board the bus. Fluttershy was the last on. As Sunset prepared herself to board the bus, a sickening feeling washed over her, reassorting from her crotch. Damn it! Now! She cursed silently. I can't be in heat now. Sunset grabbed a hold on the rail. Oh god. Sunset grabbed a hold of the railing as she tried to pull herself up the steps. As she reached the top, the uncontrollable feeling of lust feelings began to subside, and the fog in her mind cleared, trying to ignore the strange looks from the bus driver. Why would the bus driver be okay? Sunset hobbled to the back of the bus and joined her friends. Who's ready for the best weekend ever? Rainbow Dash shouted. God, what am I doing? Do I not have anything better to do? Actually, no. I like it. I like this so far. Everyone on the bus cheered and laughed and launched their hands in the air. Some even hammered their fists on the window of the bus began to pull away from the school. Sunset tried to smile, but she couldn't. The feelings of her pony's instincts returned. If she could not find a way to satisfy her urges, well, Sunset tried not to think about that scenario. It was time to enjoy a fun weekend at Applejack's farm with her friends, and nothing would stand in her way. Part 2. The Stallion. Sorry I end up keep messing up. It's just I haven't been reading lately, and I'm trying to get back into it. So it is gonna give me a while before I do get good at this again. Well, not like I was. Anyways, but I digress. The sun had already begun to set by the time the girls got to Sweet Apple Acres. The golden glow of the sun cast across the sky captivated Sunset as she tried to disembark the bus. Her foot missed the last step and Sunset tumbled headfirst into the dirt below. Easy there, quick hose, Rainbow Dash said jokingly as she helped her friend up. I'm eager to ride too. Sunset gathered up her falling duffel bag and began dusting herself off. Okay, so somebody's in the bathroom right now, and it's weird because I could hear everything that's going on. I don't know if you guys, so it feels like I'm sitting on my desk right now, and the person in the bathroom, if they end up using number 1 and number 2, it feels like, even though that there's a wall, it feels like I could see them, which is a weird feeling. As well as it's kind of weird reading this stuff. It's still kind of weird. It's still fucking weird. Okay, so I'm gonna continue on from part 2, the Stallion. Okay, so I think I'll just skip through the 3rd line. Sunset gathered up her falling duffel bag and began dusting herself off. After observing her body and noticed a few small scrapes from the fall. Yeah, well, this weekend is off to a great start. Come on, y'all, Applejack said as she unheard the girls down the dirt path. Granny Smith's place is just up this way. Sunset could see a light emitting from the windows in the distance. The walk wasn't a far one, but the equestrian was already feeling worn out from the long day. Falling out of the bus didn't help either. Sunset quickly found herself interested in the scrapes on her elbow, and she failed to notice that her friend had stopped walking. Sunset walked straight into Fluttershy, extracting a surprise "yep" from her. "Look at that, girls," Applejack said, pointing to the pasture of the left of the dirt path. Have you ever seen such beautiful creatures so close before?" There was 7 of them, 7 tall, lean, equine mammals, not members. It isn't that dirty. It's not that dirty so far. Equine mammals in the pasture. Some stood in an exclusive circle while others pranced around. "It looks like Granny Smith left them out for us. What do you girls say? Anyone up for a quick ride-in before the sun goes down?" The girls cheered, obviously very eager to get straight into the action. Holding onto their bags tightly, they dashed up the dirt path in the house den. Only Sunset Shimmer resigned. Sunset placed her hand hand on the fence, separating the path from the pasture. One horse was making its way around the border of the fence, and it stopped right in front of her. For a brief moment, she wondered if she could communicate with the animal. Hello," Sunset said to the horse. To her surprise, the horse snorted loudly, flaring its large nostrils and knocking its hoof against the fence. "You're a lot bigger than we are. Where I come from," Sunset said jokingly. Then she noticed something underneath the horse. "Oh, you're a stallion," Sunset stammered. Sunset stammered as it tried to look away from the horse's member, which swung freely. She tried to look around. She really did, but in the end, she failed. She failed to stop herself from looking on. Memories flooded into her mind like a broken dam. They were good memories, one of the past couple friends in Equestria. "Wow," Sunset moaned, her throat crackling. "Sunset, are you coming?" Applejack called from her dirt path. Sunset cursed silently. Yeah, I'm coming, Applejack." "Oh, I bet she is." With that being said, Sunset Shimmer tightened the strap of her duffel around her shoulder, and she took off down the path to catch up with her friends. She looked back one last time at the stallion. "You fancy that stallion?" Applejack asked with a chuckle. Sunset blushed bright red. That stud right there is called Chief. He is used around here for knocking up the mares." "What?" Sunset asked her. Applejack looked at her with a confused expression. You know what I said. You know what a stud is, right?" Sunset shook her head. It was not a term she had heard in Equestria. "That there is a stallion made for, well, you know. He has playtime with all the mares, getting them pregnant so he can have little foals in the spring. He's very big, strong, and carries a mighty big package, if you get what I mean," Applejack said jokingly. "Oh, Applejack. Oh, Fura. Sunset chuckled nervously. "Yeah, I know exactly what you mean." She thinks to herself, "Oh, yeah." They neared the homestead. Yeah, they neared the homestead. Now Sunset felt more excited than ever to go to get more acquainted with Chief. Okay, now this is part 3. The more I read, the more I am getting used to the whole reading thing, because again, I don't really read that much, so doing this is gonna help me a lot. But as well as I'm gonna try reading other stuff in my separate time. This is the part where I guess I'm just gonna say that if you guys want me to read anything specifically, please leave me a link in the description and I will read it. One main thing that I have wanted to do, and one main thing that I am gonna plan on doing, is if I end up getting any requests I am gonna go full force and I am going to read it. Because I know how it is to be like, oh, I want you to read this, or oh, can you read this for me, please? And then for different YouTubers, and sometimes they will accept it or sometimes they won't. But I am gonna, but I am gonna try to do this as much as possible. Like I said, if you guys want every single day, I will try my best to do it. I'm gonna be like a madman, just chalking up videos. And if you guys want me to do every single day, then, or if not, then I'll just do every single day. So I'll just be able to upload one, read one, upload one, read one, upload one, and so on and so forth. No one found it strange or risen any eyebrow when Sunset raced to be the first one to ride Chief. With Applejack's help, she got the saddle secure. Now, all that was left was for her to mount the stallion. How do I get on? Sunset asked Applejack sheepishly. It's easy, Sugar Cube, Applejack said. Put your left foot through the thing right there. Good. Now push down with your left foot and throw your right leg over the other side. Don't worry. You won't hurt Chief none. Sunset said as she instructed. Sunset did as she was instructed. After a few tries, she managed to satisfyingly mount the horse. It was a strange feeling to ride an animal she was so familiar at heart. Now, you're a taller... wow. You are a lot taller than you look from the ground, Sunset said uneasily. She said, struggling to retain her balance. The horse let out a proud whine, almost as though he was responding to her compliment. I think he likes you, Sunset. Go on, rub his neck. Sunset reached forward and stroked the stallion's long neck. The fur felt smooth as silk. Now, this is Applejack. Now, hold on tight to their range to get Chief moving. Get him a little kick when you want to slow him down. Gently pull back on the reins. Do anything aggressively and Chief may not appreciate it. Yeah, cause he's gonna kill you. Sunset nodded, ready to take off. She gently nudged the stallion's side with her boot. Nothing happened. You gotta do it a little harder than that, Sunset. Sunset's Shimmer tried again, and she kicked the stallion's side with greater force. Nothing happened. Chief? Stop trying to embarrass Sunset and get your butt moving, Applejack said. With those final words, she slapped the stallion's flank, sending him and Sunset riding across the pasture. Sunset's grip tightened around the reins as she desperately tried to slow the horse down. But Chief had no intention of slowing. No, he felt ready to impress her. Yeah, go Sunset Shimmer. Yeah, go Sunset Shimmer. Rainbow Dash called from the other side of the pasture. Ride him, cowgirl. Okay, so doing her voice is gonna mess me up. Either that because I don't have water to help me. Anyways, on the top of the stallion, Sunset felt broad, brave, and powerful. The wind blew through her hair. The aroma of the pasture filled her nose. The golden rays of the sun lit up her face. Everything felt like home, like equestrian. Sunset found herself in tears when she finally slowed his gallop to a trot, and then a slow pace. Applejack, now mounted on her own horse, braced to meet up with Sunset. Well, I'll be. You looked amazing out there, Sunset. Applejack says as she pulls up alongside her. Chief must really like you if you took off running like that. Sunset's heart still racing furiously, and a smile was plastered on her face, stretching from ear to ear. Well, keep 'em out a little while longer. Then Granny Smith wants them back in the stable before it gets too dark. To Sunset, that sounded like a solid plan. We should do this more often. Sunset said shakily as she caressed Chief's mane. Oh, don't you fret, Sunset. We'll have the whole weekend ahead of us. There will be plenty of time for you and Chief to get more acquainted. To be continued. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, so okay, thoughts on the story. So far, it's a great opening to the story. I read this part, chapter 1. I read chapter 1 to get a feel of the story, and I did love it. Now, I went into chapter 2 reading only a little bit, but that's about it. I didn't read 4 on because then I decided I am gonna end up reading the story, and I want the first impressions to be when I end up reading it. Now, it's kind of like a good and kind of like a bad thing, because when I haven't read it, so I am gonna be messing up more than I should, and to just overall just end up reading something. Wait, what was I gonna say? Anyways, my final thoughts of the story is my final thoughts. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just blabbing on. Okay, so I'll just stop the reading and you guys can check out chapter 2 when it comes out. Alright, so I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.